Hello everyone, I am Deanna with M3 Enrichments, and today I want to come to you guys with a concept dealing with linear equations. How to go from a standard form to that slope-intercept form. But before I get into it, I really want to go over two vocab words to stress today. The first one is a variable. So a variable is a quantity that can change. So we represent these variables with letters, capital or lowercase. We also represent them with symbols and maybe even the Greek letters. Alright, so we have variables, and next we have our coefficients. So a coefficient is a number multiplied by that variable. So for instance, when you see, let's say 3y, 3 is that coefficient and the y is our variable to make that term 3y. Yes, so let me go ahead and get into the lessons. But we're going to definitely stress these vocab terms today so I can instill that in us and using that in the classroom. So, going from standard form to slope-intercept form. Right now I just have some general equations, but let's make use of these. I'm going to get my markers here for a second. I'm going to rewrite my standard form, but plug in some actual numbers for those letters A, B, and C. We're going to keep those coefficients, not coefficients, excuse me. We're going to keep the variables X and Y. I don't know why I said that. So I'm going to have 4 substituted for A, 16 substituted for Y, and we'll put 32. 32 is C. So that way it's a little challenging, but still we can simplify pretty good at the end. So now I want you to notice something. This is my standard form of the equation, and our goal is to get it into slope-intercept form. Now in slope-intercept form, we have our y by itself on the left-hand side. So our goal here is to manipulate this equation and get my y isolated, the only thing on my left-hand side. Okay? And I always tell my students, think about it like onion layers, like Shrek. Pull off that outer layer first and go and slowly get to that y. So I have two terms. I have 4x plus 16y. I can get rid of this 4x term in one go. Alright, so let's do that first. Let's subtract my 4x on both sides. And we do it on both sides to keep it balanced because this is an equation. These are equal. Alright, that cancels out. So now I have 16y equals negative 4x plus 32. So I place that negative 4x in the front of my right hand side because look, we have our slope forming. We also have our y-intercept forming. Okay? Now, we're not done. We have one more layer to pull off. Now remember, we have our variable y being multiplied with the coefficient 16. So what is the opposite? The inverse of multiplication? It's division. So let's divide. We're going to divide by 16 so that y is the only thing left on my left-hand side. And we also need to divide every term on my right-hand side by 16 also. Alright, so now I have that y equals negative 4 over 16x plus 32 over 16. Okay? And look, we have our y isolated. This is the slope-intercept form, but let's rewrite it at the top here a bit more simplified. In math, we want everything in its simplest form. So we have y equals to 4 over 16. Let's divide them both by 4. Negative 1 over 4 x plus 32 divided by 16. is 2. Okay? So, because now I have it in slope-intercept form, I can actually graph this equation. So if I want to put a x and y coordinate here, this is my y-axis, this is my x-axis. I'll do some tick marks. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So I know that my y-intercept is at 2. I'm gonna put a point there because that is definitely a point on my line, and I'm gonna use the slope to go to another point on my line. All right. I'm gonna go down 1 and then over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, to find another point, I'm going to go down 1 more, and then over 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that's right. Had to check it out. That's my x-intercept now. So I can actually draw a line through these 3 points. Okay, and this is math, not art, so don't judge me. Now we have the line given the equation in standard form or that slope-intercept form. And that's what I just wanted to stress to y'all today. And thank you for joining me on this learning experience. See you guys next time.